Drama, needle, anticipation. In a world record purse bid, $41 million, promoter Frank Warren and Queensberry Promotions won the bid to stage one of British boxing's biggest fights in recent years. If all goes to plan, Tyson Fury will be returning to the UK to defend his WBC World Heavyweight title against his number one ranked opponent and fellow Brit, Dillian "The Body Snatcher" White.
Heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson
shot in, and it was a huge counter from White, who ends the rematch in dramatic style.
Before we jump into this one, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. For the first time in nearly 4 years, Tyson Fury will make his long-awaited return to British soil.
Take care of Dillian White and I'll knock him out within 6 rounds.
Since his first fight with Deontay Wilder, Fury's profile has risen exponentially in both America and the UK. The struggles and the difficulties Tyson faced after defeating Klitschko were well documented beforehand, so when he put in a convincing display against Wilder the first time out, the wider boxing public began to take him seriously once more as a real heavyweight contender. After coming through another 2 dramatic fights with Deontay Wilder, Fury winning both, many people now consider Fury to be the number one within the division.
Champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
But the conversation doesn't end there. What makes this fight even more exciting is that the winner could get a shot at the undisputed heavyweight crown, depending on how the Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua rematch plays out.
If it does happen, which it won't, I think Usyk stops him this time.
The triad of Joshua, Fury, and Wilder seemed like it was almost set in stone, and that this small group of elite heavyweights were destined to fight it out between one another for all the belts. However, now Joshua, Usyk, Fury, and White will seemingly be fighting it out for the number one position at the top of the division.
I just think he's an average-looking heavyweight, 6'3", 245 pounds, slow feet, slow hands, average power. I should chop him down like a big oak tree.
Needs something about him on his feet every day, so he just says some random stuff to get a bit of traction.
His long, his range. Some days he may outbox you here and there, but I've definitely laid him up before. Definitely put him on his bottom.
This guy just chat rubbish, man. You know, just constantly, I'm sick and tired of this nonsense. You know, sick and tired of it.
For Dillian White, this will no doubt be the biggest fight of his life, but it wouldn't be his first time on the big stage during his professional career. Since locking horns with Anthony Joshua back in late 2015, Dillian's profile has risen quickly within the UK boxing scene. Unlike Joshua, Dillian didn't have a decorated amateur career within boxing at all. But one thing was clear when he faced Joshua for the first time as a professional after beating him in the amateurs 6 years previously. Dillian White showed that he knew how to fight. Even though he suffered a KO loss on the night, White created excitement and drama in the ring, nearly putting Joshua away in the second round after a sharp left hook.
People were talking about Joshua's wobbling. Now what a moment this is for White. Early in the second round, Joshua shaken down to his foundation.
After creating headlines, White would go on to rack up some impressive names within the division and beat the likes of British veteran Derek Chisora, former world champion Joseph Parker, and a tough Russian contender in Alexander Povetkin. Now, after waiting for years and filing lawsuits against governing bodies for a shot at the WBC belt, Dillian White will get his chance. It's safe to say that outside of the ring, the build-up is expected to be dramatic and exciting. But how do these two heavyweights match up inside the ring? In this one, Tyson Fury will have quite a significant height and reach advantage over Dillian. It can be expected that Fury will also be the bigger man on the scales. But will Fury look to use his height and reach in the fight, or will he go straight for the jugular come fight night?
I'm due an easy fight anyway. So yeah, it'd have been ideal really. I need a heavy bag on legs is what I'm after, to be honest. And he'd have been the ideal candidate, to be fair.
Since his partnership with trainer Sugar Hill Stewart, Tyson Fury has shown a more aggressive front foot style to his game, as opposed to his previous rangier outside fighting style. In his previous 2 fights with Wilder, Fury's displayed excellent movement, speed, and power when boxing on the inside. Having said that, in both fights, Fury's defense has looked a little more vulnerable than usual. Could White exploit the small holes in Fury's game, and has he got the tools to do so?
Fury is bigger, he's smarter, and he's a sharp guy. That White, he will need fast feet and fast hands with his good power to get to Fury.
Given Dillian's limited amateur background, he's progressed immensely since turning professional and has shown the technicality and skill needed to operate at the top of the division. In his last outing against Povetkin, he avenged his loss via TKO in the 4th round of their rematch. White showed his finishing capabilities in the fight as well as the tactical awareness to overcome the difficulties he had with Povetkin in the first bout. White seems to be improving with every fight and could definitely ask Fury some tough questions in this one.
You guys know me, you guys know what I'm like. What's he gonna put on me? I'm not scared of Tyson Fury. I'm not scared of him.
It's clear that Fury will have a lot of advantages in the ring come fight night, and will no doubt be a big favorite with the bookies. Nevertheless, bigger upsets have happened in boxing, and Dillian White definitely has the tools to capitalize on any laziness or complacency from Fury. If he could pull off the upset, what would a win mean for Dillian White? Given that the heavyweight world championship rematch with Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk goes ahead not too long after Fury versus White, the winner of both bouts should have a shot at each other for all of the belts in the heavyweight division later in 2022.
I think Fury's the best right now. You saw what he did to Wilder, the guy who was feared. He dismantled him for technically 3 fights, even though he did get a draw. I think Dillian White, he's a good fighter, but I just think Fury's too big, too tall. I think he's just going to pick him apart.
For Dillian White to beat Tyson Fury and then to potentially fight for the undisputed heavyweight championship would be nothing short of astounding for Dillian. Given the prospects at the very beginning of his pro career, a win over Fury to claim the WBC title would cement his place in British boxing history forever.
How would you see Dillian doing in that fight?
I think he can win the fight. I think he can knock him out. If they want to trade up left hooks, everyone is in danger of getting knocked out by Dillian White.
For Tyson Fury, even though he's expected to win this bout, he will know that Dillian White poses a real threat to him in this fight. He can't afford to switch off for a moment with a finisher like White. If Fury comes through, he'll get plaudits for beating a top-ranked contender, but maybe more importantly, it'll set up a huge fight for the undisputed title later in the year.
But Dillian White is a handful, he's a big man, he's very, very determined to win that fight, he can punch, and as I said, if Tyson switches off, gets lazy, or wants to exchange, he'll get beat in that fight.
Whatever happens, it's sure to be an entertaining, interesting bout to look forward to, due to take place in the UK sometime in spring this year. Is Fury's return to the UK going to be everything he wants it to? Or can Dillian White shock the world and derail the Gypsy King's plan for undisputed? Let us know down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already.